Western Hill Cougars of Fort Worth face the Bulldogs of Carthage in the 4A title game. Carthage will be the home team in this matchup, so that means they will take the field first. Let's take a look at their defensive lineup. Their outfield from left to right is comprised of Matt Soap, Zach Maxey, and Adam Allison. The infield from first to third is Adam Williamson, Gary and Barry, Micah Cockrell, and Philip Umber. On the mound for the Bulldogs is Tyler Targic. He throws to Nathan Bennett behind the plate. They will face the starting lineup from the Cougars of Western Hills. Jordan Newman leads off, followed by Jorge Rubio and Ryan Tacker. Jordan Hatera is the cleanup hitter, followed by David Marole and Eric Franks. The bottom third of the lineup, Chase Bassham, Kyle Boop, and Jason Hobson. So we are set to get underway here in the 4A championship game as Jordan Newman looks to lead things off against Tyler Targic. Enters the state championship game with a record of 11-4. As Carthage was a 7-0 winner over Cedar Park in the semifinal game. An outstanding outing on the part of Philip Umber on the mound, pitching a 3-hit shutout, striking out 6 and walking only 1. As there is a 1-1 count now to Jordan Newman, the leadoff batter of Western Hills, the senior second baseman, with a comeback to right to the mound to Targic. Over to first. Adam Williams squeezes out number 1. As for those Cougars of the west side of Fort Worth, near the community of Benbrook, a 7-5 winner over Smithson Valley in the semifinals. As Ryan Tacker, who will start this game as well, got a good 4 innings of work in that game before being followed up and game closed out by Chase Bassham. Jorge Rubio chopping one to left field and chasing it down as Matt Soap in left field for out number 2. Matt Soap, the beneficiary of a pretty stiff breeze that is blowing in directly from center field, and the drum corps from Western Hills is making their presence known. And we will hear from them throughout the afternoon. Somehow the hour-and-a-half delay of this game doesn't seem so bad this year. This game scheduled to start at 7 o'clock, and first pitch was actually right around 8:25. So an hour 25 behind schedule after a handful of rain delays throughout this morning and afternoon during the Class 1A, 2A, and 3A state championship games this Championship Friday here at Disch-Falk Field. Ryan Tacker takes the outside corner for a strike. Count runs to 2 balls and a strike to Tacker from Tyler Targic. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 77 degrees and a light breeze blowing in from center field. A very pleasant afternoon as the skies have cleared up. Chopper left side is fielded by Umber at third. Over to first in time. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Targic. 1/2 inning in the books of the 4A title game. Bottom of the first inning, quickly look at the defensive alignment for Western Hills. Bassham, Rubio, and Franks in the outfield. The infield is Hatera, Newman, Marole, and Hobson. Ryan Tacker on the mound, pitching to Kent Russell behind the plate. This is Gary and Barry leading things off for the Carthage Bulldogs. They'll be followed by Nathan Bennett and Micah Cockrell in the lineup. Tyler Targic bats in the cleanup spot, followed by Philip Umber and Adam Williams. Jared Barton bats in the number 7 spot, followed by Matt Soap and Adam Allison. Rounding out the order for the Bulldogs of Carthage of Coach Scott Lee. Enter this championship game with a record of 29-6. Western Hills with a record of 32-5. And Ryan Tacker, with the record of 12-1, quickly falls behind Barry and issues a leadoff walk. So the speedster Barry aboard for Nathan Bennett. Ryan Tacker, 12-1 of the season, a 1.64 ERA, and checking Barry on the first base. 109 strikeouts in 81 innings. Oh, one pitch. Again showing Bunnis Bennett, but pulling back. Bennett 0 for 1 in the semifinal win. A .261 hitter. Again a check of Barry at first. Carthage slugged out 8 hits on a trio of pitchers from Cedar Park Thursday afternoon. Two hits apiece by Micah Cockrell and Tyler Targic, who are batting next in the order at the number 3 and 4 spots. That's skied out foul. Katera gives chase, and it's about 8 rows deep. Carthage out of deep East Texas, near the Louisiana border. As we say, Western Hills on that stylish western side of Fort Worth, near the community of Benbrook. Big breaking ball, didn't lost him. Tacker has issued 2 free passes to begin the 4A title game. And it's going to get a visit from Coach Steve Jimenez. Actually, he's just barking out some defensive changes as we have a pinch runner coming in for Carthage. Derek McAllister now running for Bennett. And Jimenez does make a visit to the mound. So McAllister at first, and Gary and Barry at second for Micah Cockrell. A .350 hitter. As we said, a pretty big afternoon in the semifinal win. 2 for 4 with 3 runs driven in. And he takes the first offering foul over the right side. And there you see that drum corps from Western Hills, keeping things festive in the stands. Ken Russell, the Western Hills catcher, keeping the ball in front of him. One ball, one strike to Cockrell. Chopper left side. Marole over to second, and the ball gets away. And here comes Barry. He's going to score the first run of this game. A 1-0 lead for the Bulldogs. Well, Cockrell is aboard by the fielder's choice, but the run scores on an error. As Tyler Targic now comes to the plate with 2 runners aboard and still no outs in the bottom of the first. Checks a swing, but a called strike by home plate umpire Richard Trevino. Our all-star crew of umpires working this game. Bob Charmeau at first base, Mike Sanders at second, and Mickey Jenkins at third. Again, Richard Trevino with quite an honor calling the balls and strikes. And these umpires selected by their peers from their local chapters. And to call the balls and strikes behind the dish of a state championship game, you don't get your name drawn out of a hat. Drive to left field. It's going to be in for a base hit, and holding the runner at third is Coach Lee as McAllister holds at third. Cockrell to second. Targic with a base hit to left. The first base hit of this game for the Bulldogs. And the bases are loaded for Philip Umber. We'll get a pinch runner in the game as Shannon Claiborne, the sophomore, will now run its first base for Targic. And how about the Carthage Bulldogs to begin things? 2 walks and a fielder's choice are on the pads, and a run is home via an error. That's McAllister in the foreground, a pinch runner for Bennett. Then Cockrell over on second base. And now the ball hits Umber, and another run is home. A 2-0 lead for the Bulldogs, and here comes Coach Jimenez again. And he could be making a change. Oh, pardon me, that's just his first visit to the mound. Scott Lee, the head coach of the Bulldogs, liking what he sees with a 2-0 advantage. The base is still loaded with no outs in the bottom of the first inning for Adam Williams, the senior first baseman. Looks at strike 1. That ball gets away, but not far from Kent Russell. The 1-1 pitch to Williams. Driven to left field for a base hit. Here's 1 run home. The quickest quickly in from Bassham at third, and they get him. Claiborne is tagged out at third base after overrunning the bag, and a quick throw from left field by Chase Bassham to Hobson at third. And the Cougars finally have 1 away in the first inning. But an RBI single for Adam Williams makes it a 3-0 advantage for the Bulldogs. Wow. 7-5. Claiborne gunned down at third base. And Umber advances. They call him safe. No, Umber advances to third and Williams to second. And that's going to do it for Tackert. Wow. Well, a quick hook as Jason Hobson now comes in for the Cougars. Hobson enters with a record of 7-1. And Western Hills in desperate need of getting themselves out of a jam. With one out and runners still in scoring position. Nice crowd on hand and emptied out just a bit after the 3A state championship game, but Carthage with a healthy following having coming in from East Texas, and same could be said for the drum corps-led fans of Western Hills in from Fort Worth down Interstate 35. Carthage bringing in the cheerleaders, keeping things festive down that third base line. And a lot of red down from home plate down towards the left field. And a lot to be happy about. 3-0 lead. So Hobson now the pitcher for the Cougars. He and Tacker switch positions, so Tacker now third base. And the number 7 hitter of the lineup, Jared Barden, coming in the game, and they're going to just allow the old intentional walk. They don't have to throw all 4 pitchers on the high school level, so Barden takes his free pass. Loading the bases for Matt Soap, the senior left fielder. Swing and a miss from Soap. A .230 hitter. With 1 for 3. Right side, big hop off the turf, over to second for 1. And that's all they'll get as another run comes across. It's a 4-0 Carthage lead. And the Bulldogs have batted around in the first inning. The number 9 hitter of the lineup comes up as Adam Allison, the junior right fielder. One of only 2 underclassmen in the entire Carthage lineup. Targic, the pitcher, also a junior. And Allison, the only other one in the starting lineup. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Hobson does his job. He closes out the Bulldogs, but not before major damage done by Carthage. 4-0. The Bulldogs lead as the ugly clouds roll in Disch-Falk Field. 1 is in the books of the 4A title game. For the first time in a long time, we are not begrudgingly watching the 4A championship game reach the 9 o'clock hour. There has been some adjustments to the format of the state tournament this year, and the 4A game will actually close out Friday action. 5A will not be starting at 10 or 10:30 or 11 or whatever it might be, and has been in the past. There's a big drive from Hatera to left field, and slipping is Soap, but coming up is Maxie. He can make the play. It's in for a base hit, and Jordan Hatera has led off the second inning for Western Hills with a double. Now those cans and drums have something to cheer about as the leadoff batter is aboard at the top of the second. They are scoring that a double all the way for Hatera. For David Marole, the senior shortstop. Again, the format change, the UIL has finally decided not to try to squeeze in 5 games in one day, where annually it rains and delays play. So the 5As have been moved over to Saturday. They'll play over at Dell Diamond in Round Rock. So a 4A game caps off action here on Championship Friday. Target quickly ahead of Marole at 0-2. Called strike 3. He got the outside corner. Strikeout number 1 for Target. That brings Eric Franks, the senior right fielder.
Right fielder Eric Franks.
Franks a .351 hitter. 1 for 3 with a run driven in the semifinal win over Smithson Valley. Well, the swing and a miss. Nice come from behind win for the Cougars over the Rangers of Smithson Valley on Thursday afternoon. Western Hills went to the top of the 5th inning, trailing 5-4. Down on strikes goes Franks. So after a leadoff double by Hatera, Targic strikes back with K's of the number 5 and 6 hitters of the lineup, Marole and Franks. Now Chase Bassam, the senior left fielder, trying to keep the rally going and taking advantage of a leadoff double. But Western Hills in that semifinal game with 2 runs in the top of the 5th inning, then an insurance run in the 6th as they go on to beat Smithson Valley Rangers. Popped up high to the left side. Cockrell, the shortstop, is going back. Soap will not take it. Cockrell takes it himself and retires the side. No damage done. And the Western Hillside once again is Targic doing a great job on the mound. We're through 1.5 of the 4A title game. Lead off by the top of the 2nd inning. Gary and Barry drives the ball to center field for a base hit as we welcome you back to Disch-Falk Field. Barry, the top of the lineup, and swung at the first pitch he saw from Jason Hobson. Leadoff runner aboard again for the Bulldogs, for Nathan Bennett.
Pitcher Nathan Bennett.
Bennett walked in the first inning and scored when he was forced in when Philip Humber was hit by a pitch. Drive to left center. That ball is hit hard and deep, but Rubio catches up with it and has it. Micah Cockrell, the shortstop, also scored in that first inning, part of that 4-run spot that was taken by the Bulldogs in the first inning. Cockrell actually reached on a fielder's choice when the then pitcher Tacker tried to get a force at second, and everyone was safe. Chop left side. That's Tacker, the third baseman, throws it into right field. But unable to advance anywhere is Barry, but he is safe on the play. 2 runners aboard. And another error on the part of the Western Hills defense.
And for the pitcher, Carthage.
That's now the second error, in both of them not attributed to the artificial turf. This last 3A state championship game played just a little while ago, where it was won by LaGrange in a 1-run game, 4-3 over Forney. 9 errors committed by both teams combined. This is fouled out of play. But both teams, LaGrange and Forney, combining for 9 errors, and very few of, actually about half of those attributed to some tricky hops on the turf, or at least tricky for those who don't play on artificial turf a lot. Strike 3, and a throw down to third base taken by Marole, and there's 2 away as Hobson strikes out his first batter.
Third baseman Philip Humber.
Now Philip Humber hits one right side. It's probably going to reach the stands, and it will. Humber taken in the 29th round by the New York Yankees with the 875th pick overall. Lifts the ball high to left field, and that's actually Tacker in foul territory, third base side. Out number 3. No damage done after the leadoff single by Barry. 2 complete in the books. 4-0 Carthage leads. .77 degrees and a slight breeze blowing in from center field on a very pleasant Friday afternoon in Austin in early June for the 4A state championship game. But not real pleasant right now for the Cougars of Western Hills, who trail 4-0 at the hands of the Carthage Bulldogs. And there you saw Tyler Targic doing a great job on the mound as he faces Kyle Boop, the freshman designated hitter. Number 8 hitter of the lineup. He'll be followed by Jason Hobson. Then we go back to the top of the lineup and Jordan Newman. Fouls that away in the stands. Oh, 0-2 pitch, got the outside corner, strike 3. Strikeout number 3 for Targic. One away now for Jason Hobson. As Targic continues to roll, he's only allowed the 1 hit, the leadoff double to Jordan Hatera at the top of the second inning. It's fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes. to the senior third baseman. Thompson stays alive. A lot of noisemakers over the last two games. We saw this past game from the fans of the Forney Jackrabbits, everything from kazoos to boat oars used for slapping together and all sorts of noise. Targic continues to make some noise on the mound. Strikeout number 4 for Targic.
Second baseman, Jordan Newman.
Jordan Newman back to the top of the lineup. Grounded out right back to Targic to lead off the game. Now flares one right side. It's going to fall for a base hit. A 2-out single for Jordan Newman. And in case you were wondering where the heck that noise is coming from, those are the culprits. A drum corps of about 4 gentlemen down there with a festive look, a little Hawaiian flair. Jorge Rubio, the senior center fielder, who flew out to left field, now at the plate. Third appearance in the state tournament for Carthage. They came here in '90 and took everything, winning the state championship. '94 they got here and lost in the semifinal round. This is the first appearance at the state tournament for Western Hills. Tyler Targic has struck out 4 of his last 6 batters. Now the ball gets away from Nathan Bennett, and scooting over to second is Newman, looking for third but holding at second. Nathan Bennett with a lot of property behind him, behind home plate before it gets to that wall. Rubio will be followed by Ryan Tacker. Should he keep this alive? Got 2 outs and a runner on second with a 2-2 count. Misses low, ball 3. Big payoff pitch ahead for Tyler Targic. Hit right field, deep to center field. Going back is Maxey. It's over his head. 1 run is home for the Cougars. And steaming around second is Rubio. He's being waved home. Rounding third is Rubio. He has an inside the park home run. Carthage's lead has been cut in half as there's a drive down the left field line by Tacker, and it is foul. And suddenly the balls are flying off the bats of Western Hill Cougars. Jorge Rubio has just hit an inside the park home run over the head of Zach Maxey in center field. and rattling around that deep part of center field in between the 400 and 425 foot markers. There's a shot foul and a nice play. Or is it? I got away from it. Ryan Tacker, who grounded out to third, swings and misses at strike 3, but not before the Cougars cut that deficit in half on a 2-run inside the park home run by Jorge Rubio. As we head for the bottom of the third in the 4A title game. First pitch strike from the arm of Jason Hobson. We want to correct some of our defensive alignments that we have incorrectly purported. Ryan Tacker, who started the game on the mound, is now at shortstop as Adam Williams goes down on strikes to start the bottom of the third. But Ryan Tacker now, well, not just now, but he has been at short since the taken out of the pitcher rotation, and David Marole, who had been playing short, now at third. Jared Barden now at the plate. He sees his first pitch, or the first series of pitches. He came to the plate in the first and was intentionally walked. Scott Lee still got to like what he sees. A 4-2 lead. And just missing the strike zone was that Hobson pitch. We're going to count to 3 balls and 1 strike. So Hobson on the mound, David Marole at third, Ryan Tacker at short, and Newman at second, and Hatera at first. There is Newman at second, keeping with it, going to first, in time! Oh, a fine play made at second base by Jordan Newman. Ranging far to his left and knocking that ball down, sticking with it. Then having to make a 360 turn and a throw to Hatera at first and getting Soap, who was diving headlong, or Barden rather, for out number 2. And that brings up Matt Soap, senior left fielder. Just like that, Hobson ahead of the count at 0-2 and about out of this inning. It's fouled into play by Soap. Driven to right center field, a diving catch, can't come up with it is Rubio. After a nice attempt in actually keeping that ball in front of him, because if that would have got behind him, that could have been much the same result that Rubio himself produced with his bat. But a great play out in deep center by Rubio, diving headlong to save extra bases from Soap, who's on first with a single. Adam Adelson now at the plate with 2 out and 1 aboard. Checker first, and Soap is back. And a balk is called, and Soap is heading for second base. Bob Sharmo, the first base umpire, calling for the balk. And Jason Hobson just wants a quick explanation. And
Follow the ball.
apparently happy with what he got. The explanation, at least, not necessarily the result. So runner in scoring position now for the number 9 hole hitter, Adam Allison. 1-1 pitch. Taken high for ball 2. Fouled out of play.
Return the foul ball to the playing field, please.
Swung on a miss, strike 3, and Hobson gets out of it. So a 2-out single for the Bulldogs. Not going anywhere. 3 complete in the books of the 4A championship game. A 4-2 lead for the Bulldogs from East Texas. Nice look at the crowd on the Western Hills side of things as we play to the 4th inning of the 4A championship game, Carthage and Western Hills. Western Hills with a pretty nerve-wracking playoff route to get here. A 1-run win over Grapevine in the bi-district playoffs. And they almost got knocked out then. Top of the 4th inning, Jordan Hatera leading things off with the Cougars. They followed that with the best 2 out of 3 series against Burleson, and were taken to a 3rd game, and they won that 3rd game by 1 run. And then to a best 2 out of 3 with Canyon Randall. They won the 1st game by 1 run, then lost the 2nd, forced to a 3rd game. They win game 3 by 1 run. Then last week in the region final against South Lake Carroll, the Cougars down 1 game to none after losing the 1st one and come back and win 2 straight. So it has been a challenging playoff stretch on the nerves of Coach Steve Jimenez getting here. And Hatera drives one up the middle for a base hit. Hatera now 2 for 2 in the championship game. So 1 aboard with no outs for David Merrill. Now the 3rd baseman. So the playoff road for Western Hills has been a real nail-biter. As for Carthage, they disposed of Mount Pleasant in the bi-district round in 2 quick games, 5-0, 5-1, and lost the 1st game of a best 2 out of 3 series with Sulphur Springs in the area round before coming back and winning the next 2, 12-4, 8-5. Then again taken to a game 3 by Midway High of the Waco area in the region semis, winning game 3, 5-0. Drive to right field by Merrill, and racing back is Allison, and he makes the catch. And retreating back to first base is Hatera. Allison, a late jump on that ball, but able to backpedal and squeeze out number 1. So 1 away with 1 on for Eric Franks. Last week, Carthage in the Region 2 final with perennial baseball power Highland Park, and disposing of the Scots in 2 straight games, 5-2 and 5-4. So a few anxious moments on the road to Austin for both of these clubs. And as we said earlier, Western Hills with yet another nail-biter in the semifinal win, as they had to come from behind against Smithson Valley. Now they trail 4-2 against the Bulldogs. So might there be one more rally left in the Cougars of Western Hills. Eric Franks trying to tie things up with one big swing right there. Chase Bassham is on deck. Oh-2 pitch to Franks. Called strike three right down the middle. That's the second time Franks goes down on strikes. And strikeout number 6 for Tarchik. So Bassham, the senior left fielder, who popped out to the shortstop Cockrell in the second inning. Still a .387 hitter as the runner is off. But fouling it out of play is Bassham as Hotera was off with the pitch. Oh-2 pitch. Just a bit outside. Nathan Bennett able to grab hold of it. Drive to right field. That will drop for a base hit. Hotera heading for third, and he's being waved home by Coach Jimenez. There'll be a close play at the plate. The throw home is not in time. An RBI double by Chase Bassham. Rocketing a ball to the right field corner. It rattled around. And able to score. Hotera all the way from first base on a close play at the plate. But Hotera sliding underneath the tag of Nathan Bennett. Now Kyle Boop. With a tying run in scoring position. The Cougars looking to erase a first inning 4-0 deficit. Boop called out on strikes in the second inning, or the third inning rather. The first of 2 outs. This started a 2-out rally for the Western Hills. Nathan Bennett takes a minute to visit with Tyler Tarchik, and the Western Hill fans take this break to get right back into it on their feet and with their noisemakers. And Coach Steve Jimenez knows he has a rally on hands, shouting some direction to Bassham on second base, and the green and gold on the first base side getting a little rowdy. A 2-out, 1-1 pitch upcoming to Kyle Boop. Swung on him as strike 2. Runner going. Hit up the middle. It is fielded by Barry. Over to first. It is not in time. Here comes the run. The game is tied. Heads up running by Chase Bassham. Running all the way. And this game is tied at 4. Bassham was running with the pitch. And Kyle Boop knocked it up the middle. A long way to go for Gary and Barry. And when he made the wheel for first base, Bassham put on the Jets and race around third. And able to score the tying run here in the top of the fourth. Jason Hobson looking for more. He fouls one away on the right side. So no RBI, unfortunately, for Kyle Boop. With a single, and he advances home on the throw to first. But what heads up running, and a gutsy call by Steve Jimenez, who was winding his arm around, and no hesitation on the part of Coach Jimenez. Now the number 9 hitter, Hobson, facing an 0-1 pitch. Runner going toward second. There'll be no throw. Boop is in safe with a stolen base. One pitch to Hobson. Takes outside, ball 2. Western Hills 4 runs off 6 hits. They have committed 2 errors that aided 4 runs in the bottom of the first inning for Carthage. Swing and a miss, strike 2, the count runs even. Jordan Newman at the top of the lineup awaits on deck. As the wind kicks up here. Hey, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Target gets out of it, but not before a big inning by the Cougars. 2 runs come across, and this 4A championship game is all tied up at 4 as we head for the bottom of the 4th at Dish Falk. Rock and roll. It's getting good in Austin, and in fact, we haven't seen a bad one yet. We've had a 1 2-run game and 2 1-run games here in this championship round in Austin as we head for the bottom of the 4th inning. And top of the lineup, Gary and Barry. How about that defensive play? The snag robs a big hot shot off the bat of Gary and Barry. There's 1 away. Nathan Bennett now at the plate with 1 away. That's fouled over the... And we are getting some, you see some movement there at the bottom portion of the stadium. We are getting some moisture here at Dish Falk. That is Marole on third base side, over to first base in time. Say it ain't so, a little lightning over on the beyond right field. But we are getting some movement in the stands as there is some moisture coming down. Number 3 hitter of the lineup, Micah Cockrell. He's reached by a couple of fielders' choice. Now he lines a bunt on the left side and just foul. Not any serious precipitation, mind you. No big drops, and looks like some people just kind of heading for the concession stand for some of those popular burnt orange and white parkas that are selling like hotcakes today. 0-1 pitch from Hobson. Line down the right field, line and fair. Cockrell steaming around first. He's heading for second. Now he's going for 3. The throw from right field is cut off. It's a stand-up triple for Micah Cockrell. Just inside of the outstretched glove of Jordan Hatera at first base. And heading for that national championship banner on the right field corner. Rattling around, and Eric Franks had to make a a quick play. And now the Bulldogs threaten with 2 outs. Check swing by Carthage. And he did not go around. Carthage with a single in the first inning and a strikeout in the second. But a big RBI opportunity now. Go-ahead run on third base. There you see a shot where you see some of the precipitation falling very lightly. But it's picking up to an extent to where it's chasing a few more fans away. Now it's picking up, and now the mass exodus is heading up here towards the top of the stands. As heading for first with a base on balls is Carthage. Runners on the corners with 2 away. And home plate umpire Richard Trevino is signaling a pinch runner coming in. Claiborne once again. And Philip Umber, who is a signee with the Rice Owls, and now the drops are getting a little bigger. And you know what? The Western Hills fans are really sticking in there. I don't see a whole lot of parkas or any rain gear, but I don't see a lot of those folks that have moved. Carthage fans, they've pretty much cleared out their first base side. Just like that, the rain lightens up a bit. Rain has only halted, or I guess delayed, 1 game in this championship day, that being the 2A championship game between Weimer. 1-1 pitch taken inside for a ball. Cockrell at third, drive to left field. That's going to plug the gap. 1 run is home. As that ball is heading for the wall. Here comes another. Claiborne steaming around third. It's a 6-4 lead for the Bulldogs on a 2 RBI triple for Philip Umber. RBIs number 2 and 3 on the game for Umber as Adam Williams quickly steps in. An RBI single in the first, a strikeout in the third, and now Bob Sharmo, first base umpire, checking with home plate Trevino, and I guess we are a little nervous about the calling of action, or at least the halting of play by the umpiring crew, but just a quick visit to the mound by Steve Jimenez. Big RBI, 2 RBI triple up out of Philip Umber, plugging that gap in left center field. Scoring Claiborne all the way from first base, along with Cockrell from third. It's a 6-4 lead for the Carthage Bulldogs. Shot foul. Count evens at 1-1. Williams is the 6th batter of this inning, after the Bulldogs brought up all 9 in the first. 1 ball, 2 strike. Way inside to Williams, and Russell, a big jumping save of that ball to keep another run from scoring. 2-2 pitch. Outside ball 3. Philip Humber waits patiently at third. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and Thompson gets out of it without more damage done, but Carthage takes the lead, 6-4. They lead the Cougars of Western Hills in the 4A title game as we head for the 5th inning. Well, it must be the state baseball tournament. Coming down in Austin, and now the umpires are visiting with Peter Contreras over on the third base line, right in front of home plate. UIL Athletics Coordinator Contreras also heads up the state baseball tournament. Visiting there was Coach Steve Jimenez, as well as third base umpires Mickey Jenkins and Richard Trevino, probably giving, I imagine, Contreras giving the umpires a weather update, just to let them know that this system possibly will blow through. Jordan Newman leading things off in the top of the 5th inning. Newman 1 for 3 with a run scored. All of this stuff normally has come in, dropped some rain, and blown right out. This is all kind of a after effect of that tropical depression Allison. And a lot of swirling clouds around the hill country of central Texas. Driven left side, through for a base hit, unable to catch up with it was Ryan Tacker at short, but probably ruled a base hit, and it is. Infield single for Jordan Newman. Up comes Jorge Rubio, who gave a ball a ride to center in his last trip to the plate. Blasting it over the head of Zach Maxey in center field and coming all the way around for an inside the park home run. Runner going. Hit through the right side of the infield, base hit. Running for third is Newman. The throw is not in time. Oh my, what a rocket throw by Adam Allison in right field. Throwing on the fly to Philip Humber. Good gracious, what an arm on Allison. Almost had Newman at third. But Newman is safe, and they strike up the drums up above first base. Runners at the corners for Ryan Tacker. Tacker has grounded out to third and struck out. The rain dissipating a bit. Now you see it coming more of a straight down fashion than that is being blown around. Quick throw to first, back in time is Rubio. Tacker 1 for 2 with a couple of runs scored in the semifinal win. Now a chance to make it a real nice state tournament with a base wrap here. Hits it up the middle. Fielded on a hop, and there's no play. A run is home. It's back to a one-run game on an infield single. And the artificial turf really playing a part there. No real play for either Micah Cockrell, the shortstop, or Gary and Barry, the second baseman. And now the Cougars have strung together 3 consecutive hits, two of which are infield singles. And cleanup hitter Jordan Hatera now at the plate. Ball gets by Bennett, the runners advance. Rubio to third and Tacker to second. The tying and go-ahead runs are in scoring position for Hatera. This wild season for Western Hills continues to get wild. A 1-0 pitch from Targic to Hatera. Big breaking ball finds the strike zone. One pitch. Fouled out of play. One ball, 2 strikes to Hatera. Outside ball 2. Another big threat by Western Hills. No outs. Their first 3 batters of this top of the 5th inning have all reached. Hit right side, through for a base hit. This game is tied. The go-ahead run is being waved around, and he will score. Tacker puts the Cougars on top on a 2 RBI single by Jordan Hatera. A 7-6 lead for the Cougars of Western Hills. Still no outs. And Hatera on first base for David Roll. He struck out and flown out to right. Now he fouls one off behind the bleachers. No balls and a strike to David Moreau from Tyler Targic. Check a first and back is Hatera. Hatera now 3 for 3 with a double and 2 singles and a couple of RBIs. Big drive to left field, way back to left. Sharp is going back and it hits the warning track and hops over the fence. It's a ground rule double. Moreau starts at second, and Hatera is held at third. Now Scott Lee is making a trip to the mound. Boy, Targic has hardly been tattooed, but just there's a bunch of balls that have found their way through the infield and some infield singles. You look back at that big chopper by Ryan Tacker that just looped over the pitcher's mound and fell in for a base hit, and they have done it. But Moreau really sent a rocket to left field, and If that wind weren't blowing directly in from center field, there's a good chance that this park wouldn't hold. That was a pretty hard and long hit ball. Eric Franks at the plate, still no outs. Runners in second and third. Three runs are across in the inning. Driven to the left center field. It's in for a base hit. One run is home. Here comes Jimenez waving home another. The throw home is not in time. It's a 9-6 advantage for Western Hills. A 2 RBI single for Eric Franks. It's a 5-run fifth inning, and the Carthage Bulldogs still have yet to record an out. Chase Bassham. Who had an RBI double in the fourth inning. Targic evens up the count at 1-1. Now every Western Hill Cougar in the lineup has a base hit, with the exception of Jason Hobson. Swing and a miss. One-two. Driven to center field, hard and deep. Maxey going back, and he cannot get to it. It's to the wall. Here comes a run coming home. It's a 10-6 lead and a double for Chase Bassham. And now they're starting to bop the balls around the field. Two hard-hit balls that might have left the yard had the wind not been blowing so hard from center field. And the last two batters, or two of the last three, David Marole and Chase Bassham, have really rocketed a couple of shots to the Dish Falk Field walls. And a pinch runner coming in for Chase Bassham, who's getting mobbed by his teammates as he's met on the first base line. The Cougars entered this inning, the top of the fifth, trailing 6-4. And now they have the lead. On 6 consecutive hits, the Bulldogs yet to record it out of the inning. Jared Barton now pitching for the Bulldogs. Barton comes in with a record of 3-0. Pardon me, Micah Cockrell, that's 23, not 21. So Cockrell and Targic switch out positions at pitcher and shortstop. That is Chase Bassham on second base after just about a 400-foot shot to center that brought home Eric Franks. And Cockrell's first order of duty is to face Kyle Booth, the DH, and try to record the first out of the inning for the Bulldogs. Jason Hobson awaits on deck. He's the number 9 hitter of the inning. Big swing and a miss from Boop. Well, a senior-heavy lineup. In fact, 8 of the 9 starters in the starting lineup for the Cougars are seniors, with the exception of Boop, a freshman. Breaking in the lineup, facing a 2-2 pitch from Cockrell. Watches outside, ball 3. Boop struck out looking in the third and singled the second baseman, a little infield single in the fourth. Full count pitch, he takes ball 4. The first 8 batters of the inning in the 5th have reached for the Cougars. Jason Hobson, the number 9 hitter and the 9th batter of this inning. And the only Western Hill Cougar thus far without a base hit. Eight batters to the plate, 7 hits and a walk. 2 are still aboard with no outs for the senior third baseman. Pitch is fouled away. Oh, the crooked numbers have been put up by the Cougars in this one. 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, now 6 in the 5th. A 2-1 pitch for Micah Cockrell to Hobson. Ball 3. And the Cougars look for a 3-1 pitch. Fouled away. Western Hills on the verge of putting their entire lineup on base without an out to begin the 5th. The full count pitch from Cockrell. Chopped left side, fielded by Umber. The throw to first. In time, out number 1. So Bassham at third and Boop to second. So Jordan Newman, who started this all off a while ago with an infield single, a hard shot to the left side that Cockrell, then playing shortstop, unable to handle. Newman 2 for 3. Big breaking ball from Cockrell finds the strike zone. Swing and a miss, and a ball in the dirt. And the 0-2 pitch. Misses outside. Bennett keeps it in front of him. One-two pitch. Hit in the middle. Fielded by Berry. Over to first. In timeout number 2. But yet another run scores as the pinch runner Rapisan scores on behalf of Fassam. And it is an 11-6 lead. Rubio, who has an inside the park home run and a single to right. And the Cougars with yet another opportunity to score. Boop at third base. And Rubio takes outside ball 3. 11th batter of the inning. It's now a 7th spot on the board. Ball 4, runners on the corners with 2 outs for Ryan Tacker. Tacker had the first big RBI blow of this inning, and that was the ball that was hit deep to second that Berry was trying to make a throw on a big turn, and Newman scored all the way from second base. Pardon me. Brain lock. Actually, he had the big chopper over the mound. But a 1-for-3 afternoon. He also grounded to third and struck out. Seven runs across in the inning on 7 hits. There have been 2 walks issued by Cockrell, but both are still on base to this point. Runner going. In for a ball as Rubio heads to second in uncontested fashion. Two outs, 2 on, 2-2 pitch. Count runs full. Payoff pitch to Ryan Tacker. Hit right side, it's in for a base hit. One more run comes home, and held at third is Rubio. An RBI single for Ryan Tacker. 8 runs in the inning, a 12-6 lead.
First baseman Jordan Patera.
Jordan Patera had a big 2 RBI single to center earlier in the inning. Patera, a big afternoon. He's 3 for 3. with a double and 2 singles and 2 RBI. Still 2 outs. Sarah, the 13th batter of the inning. Big swing and a miss. Oh, 2 pitch. Fouled away. Again, the 0-2 pitch. Missing outside. Count runs even at 2-2. We've hit the 10 o'clock hour. And we have dropped 2 degrees, down to 75 degrees. Very out of the ordinary state tournament in Austin this weekend. Hit to right field. Allison going back, has a beat on it, and has out number 3. And the 5th inning is mercifully over for the Carthage Bulldogs after 8 runs come across for Western Hills. We head for the bottom of the 5th, and the Bulldogs have their work cut out for them. Nice gathering on hand at Fishbach Field, watching the Western Hills Cougars with a 12-6 advantage over the Carthage Bulldogs. And now the Bulldogs really have their work cut out for them as Chase Bassham has come to the mound for the Cougars. He faces the bottom 3rd of the order for Carthage. Jared Barton leading things off. Big swing at that fastball. Barton be followed by Matt Soap and Adam Allison. Barton has been intentionally walked and ground out to second. Called, swung on, strike 3. And Bassham makes his presence known in the game. There's some other defensive changes. Western Hills will try to get to those. As Matt Soap comes to the plate, he's got on by a fielder's choice and then single to center, the 3rd. Bassham not fooling around, quickly getting ahead of both hitters. Called strike 3. Oh my. Bassham really bringing it. And there's 2 away in the bottom of the 5th. Bassham with some good stuff. As we said, he pitched the final 3 innings of the semifinal win over Smithson Valley. Threw only 47 pitches. Allowed only 2 hits struck out 5. Walking 1. So the third pitcher for Western Hills. Now we see a pinch hitter in Travis Bagley. Now batting for the Bulldogs. Bagley is senior. Batting for Adam Allison. Two-one pitch. In for a strike. Top of the lineup is due up for the Bulldogs. Gary and Barry on deck. The Chase Bassham. The 2-2 pitch. All fouled away. Very effective job here in relief by Bassham. Following in the footsteps of Ryan Tacker, who had a rough go in the first inning, allowing 4 runs, all of them earned. Swung on a miss, strike 3. Ball gets away from Russell to throw to first in time. And Bassham comes in and strikes out the side in the bottom of the 5th. 5 complete in the books of the 4A title game. Now sitting atop a cozy 6-run lead. The Cougars of Western Hills head for the top of the 6th inning, looking to tack on a few more. Number 5 hitter of the lineup, David Moreau, at the plate. Skying one high to shallow center field. Maxey, the center fielder, and the right fielder, Allison, come up on it, and Maxey makes the grab. That brings up Eric Franks, who had a huge knock in the 5th inning. Big 2 RBI single to left. And in foul territory, the first base side, Adam Williams makes the catch for out number 2. Chase Bassham, now the pitcher for the Cougars, who is 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles. One right down the right field line that hugged that first base foul line. And then another rocket to center field. Cleared the head of Zach Maxey. Pops that one up. Philip Umber in foul territory. Can't play it as it got caught up in the wind. That's a tough play to make, because that's right about the territory where, as we've shown, the wind is blowing in from center field towards home plate, but that's at a part of the field where that incoming center field wind meets up with the wind that swirls around and hits the back of this clamshell of dish falk and heads back outward. Now Cockrell uncorks a pitch that sails over the head of Bassham. Now the bubbles you see coming in are courtesy of the jubilant Western Hills fans. A 2-out, 2-2 pitch to Bassham. Taken high for ball 3. Kyle Boop, the DH, on deck, and he'll head up as a walk is issued to Bassham. A runner aboard. The Cougars have put a runner aboard every inning except the first. It was a 1-2-3 first inning for Tyler Targic. Only one runner aboard in the second inning on the leadoff double by Hitera. But they have been putting up the crooked numbers ever since. A 2, 2, and an 8 to have the Cougars. Kyle Boop, the DH, aboard with now a runner on. Big swing and an outside pitch. With a big cut. And it looks like a pinch hitter will come aboard if Boop gets on base. As there's a ball hit to the left side, fielded by Targic is short to flip to second in time. Side retired. No damage done. Carthage again with their work cut out for them as we head for the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th, and the top of the lineup, and some Western Hills fans taking a needed break. They've been up and down and making a lot of noise for the past couple of innings. Their Cougars lead 12-6 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Gary and Barry leading things off for the Bulldogs. It's back to the top of the lineup. Nathan Bennett and Micah Cockrell to follow. Called strike 3. Chase Bassham continues to dominate. He's now struck out every batter he's faced since coming in the 5th inning. Barnett, Soap, Allison, and now Barry all down on strikes. Nathan Bennett, the senior catcher, now to the plate. Bennett 0 for 2 officially. He walked and scored in the first inning. Or actually, pinch runner McAllister scoring on behalf of Bennett. Three balls and 1 strike to count to Bennett. Called strike 2. Struck him out swinging 5 in a row for Bassham. Now Cockrell, who tripled and scored in the fourth. What made it at the time a tie game. Or actually a go-ahead. Cockrell scored the go-ahead run at the time. And the bottom of the fourth inning. Tyler Targic would follow with a walk and score what would make it a 2-run Bulldog advantage. Hit left side, put in play. Ryan Tacker up with it, over to first in time. Another 1-2-3 inning for Bassam. We head for the 7th of a title game. Still a dominant lead for the Cougars of Western Hills. Say hello. There you go. Top of the 7th we go. Western Hills looking to expand their lead as we have yet another new pitcher on the mound, Jared Barden. On the mound, facing a pinch hitter. Number 25 on the Western Hills roster that is not made available to us. And somebody has not made the roster. Blair's running to center field, and there, it's in for a base hit. And we're dying to know the name of the lucky pinch hitter who has just flared a ball into center field for a base hit. Adam Rieger. Adam Rieger. The pinch hit single to lead off the 7th inning. Now we know. And Jordan Newman with a runner on. Right side, Barry up with it, over to second for one, over to first, not in time. Western Hills down to the last couple of, about the last 2 outs. And Rubio hits one left side. It's through for a base hit. 2 runners aboard now, as Rubio gets his 3rd hit of this championship game. Brings up Ryan Tacker, who is 2 for 4 with a couple of singles. Big breaking ball from Barden. Check throw to first base, and back is Rubio, but over to third is Newman, and he's nailed. Oh, Jorge Rubio got a little too far off of first base. It drew a throw from the catcher, Nixon Bennett, and the throw had Newman heading for third, but he's cut down 2-3-5. He is retired. on the caught stealing. 2 away. Now for Ryan Tacker. Ball gets away from Bennett, allowing Rubio to advance to second. Ryan Tacker may have had a rough go on the mound in the first inning, but all that made up for on the offensive side for the Cougars. He drills one to right center field. Adam Allison over and has out number 3. Well, the Bulldogs need to stage a massive comeback, or else the Cougars of Western Hills go home state champs. We come back for the bottom of the 7th. Some happy fans wearing green and gold at Disch-Falk Field. They made the traverse of about 3 hours down from Fort Worth and are now 3 outs away from heading back home for the state championship to take back to Western Hills High School. But Ryan Tarczyk stands up for what the Bulldogs hope will be a comeback of historic proportions. But Chase Bassham has stayed ahead of every hitter he's faced. And he's ahead 0-2 on Tarczyk. What a season this has been for Western Hills. What a roller coaster ride through the playoffs. All the one-run victories and the third games of best 2 out of 3 playoffs, and coming from behind in virtually every game. At least here in Austin, they had to come from behind to beat Smithson Valley in the semifinal. And they've had to come from behind to take what is a commanding lead here in the championship game. 2-2 pitch. Low for ball 3. It has not been easy. And Bassham lost him. That's a first base runner Bassham is allowed. After he retired the first 5 consecutive batters he faced before getting Micah Cockrell to ground out to end the 6th inning. Philip Humber, the third baseman, fouls off the first pitch from Bassham. Humber had a big 2 RBI triple. A blast to left. It scored Cockrell and Tarczyk. He broke open a 4-all tie game and gave the Bulldogs at what at the time was a 6-4 lead. Skies one right field. Adam Allison underneath it for out number 1. Adam Williams 1 for 3. An RBI single in the first, and how about Kent Russell coming out of his crouch and just about out of his equipment to get that ball to keep Tarczyk at first, and more so keeping the force at first. Close out the final 3 innings. for Western Hills. Swing and a miss, strike two. And the ball gets away from Russell this time. Hit to left field. It's going to fall for a base hit and score a run. Coming around third is Tarchik. And it's an RBI double for Adam Williams. It is a 5-run game for the Cougars. And Carthage has finally got to Chase Bassam. Now Barden to the plate. 0 for 2 with an intentional walk. And the Rattlers and the Drums get a little louder here. With 1 out at the bottom of the 7th. Western Hills 2 outs away from a state championship. And the Bulldogs barking. Big swing and a miss from Barden. Pitch low, runs the count to 3-1. So now Bassam in danger of losing Barden. Matt Soap awaits on deck. Inside, strike two. And he lost him. A couple of runners on board, still with only 1 out. Matt Soap comes to the plate. After we get a runner in for Barden, Cody Samford now runs at first base. Soap is 1 for 3. A single in the 3rd inning. He was left stranded at second. And Western Hills has found a way to make every game interesting in the playoffs, it seems. And here they go again. Inside, ball 2. Bassam now laboring after retiring his first 6 hitters in a row, 5 of those by strikeout. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Big 2-2 pitch from Bassam. Inside, ball 3. Bassam does a couple of spins on the mound and takes a spot. Big lefty winds and delivers the full count pitch. Strike 3, swinging. Strikeout number 6 for Bassam. And now the Cougars are an out away. And Adam Allison back at the plate. Looks at a first pitch strike. Big cut, strike two. The wild and winding road for Western Hills has come down to this. One strike away. The big pitch by Bassam. Strike three swinging. And the Cougars are state champs. An explosive 8-run fifth inning is the difference. 12 runs off 16 hits for the Cougars of Western Hills to the 7 runs off 7 hits from the Carthage Bulldogs. And the Cougars of Western Hills are heading back to Tarrant County as the 2001 state champs of Class 4A. We'll have the medals and trophies when we come back to Bismarck Field.
At this time, medals will be presented to each team member. For the runner-up team, holding the medals, Eddie King, UIL Assistant Tournament Director. Draping the medals for runner-up, Jane Texera, UIL Assistant to the Athletic Director. Ribbons for the champions holding the medals, Casey Holloman of the UIL. Draping the medals, Peter Contreras, UIL Athletic Coordinator. Medals being draped at this time.